Hey everyone, it's Kay, and for today's swatch sesh, I'm actually featuring the very last piece of Christmas content that I had planned for this year at least, because next week and then possibly throughout January, I'm gonna be focusing more on end of year wrap up type of videos and of course any PR that I may get. So just a heads up there, but for today, naughty and nice is the theme. Now, my naughty polishes aren't necessarily gonna be ugly. Like, I wouldn't punish anyone like that, but they might definitely remind you of coal. And with that, let's keep the intro nice and short because my battery is running out. So let's get into the sesh and check out my naughty and my nice list. Egoots by Soap & Claw. Let's kick off the sesh with a nice polish. This is Egoots by Soap & Claw, and I should mention that my nice polishes will be Christmas themed, so I figured Egoots is a perfect fit because of this predominantly green tone that we have here, alongside all of those sparkly elements that we're seeing, which surprisingly are coming from pink holographic glitters. You would never know that. I do wish that the pink was more visible, but I think that would have also thrown off the vibe here, because right now all I'm thinking is Christmas tree. The retro plain green tree with the rainbow lights, that is what Egoots is gifting you who made it to Santa's nice list. Notice those pops of red coming through. I think that just adds so much holiday joy to this look. And notice the shift factor as well. We do get a beautiful shift to purple under more indirect lighting, but moving on to strong direct lighting, this is like Christmas trees gone wild with all those sparkles. It's kind of like when you click the switch to where the Christmas lights start to twinkle all over the tree, but even under normal lighting, you're definitely gonna get some sparkle because you were nice and you deserve it. 021 Leather Black by Anna Sui. All right, naughties, I got my eye on you. Santa told me you had a little too much fun, and there are nail polish consequences to pay. So Santa and I are gonna start off by giving you a nice kohl manicure, and Leather Black does it best. Once it dries down, of course. Aside from that, this polish comes with a pretty strong side of fragrance, which may have you regretting your naughty choices, but jokes aside, someone may actually like this fresh tea rose scent. Personally though, I was bothered by it, but overall, this is as close as I can get to replicating kohl in nail polish form, so I hope you naughties enjoy your rose scented kohl nails. Celestial Shimmer by Arctic Fox. Next up for my nice friends is Celestial Shimmer. You are in fact being gifted with Heavenly Sparkle for your good deeds, and this may come as a surprise to those of you who didn't know that Arctic Fox makes nail polish. I mean, I completely missed that news as well, but then again, I knew of the brand, but I didn't really keep up with them like that, so coming across their nail polish line was very exciting. This one in particular has a blue jelly base filled with cerulean glitters, and some of those actually have a holographic sparkle too. Now at this point, I am on a third and final coat, and for anyone who's curious, I don't really think this one would work well as a topper. That blue base is quite tinted, and the overall look is not really giving topper vibes. But here is my end result after some glitter grabber. One of my favorite things about this polish is the size of those glitter particles, because it gives us bigger pops of rainbow colors that do come through a little bit stronger under strong direct lighting. You'll definitely see them under normal lighting too though. So if you are joining the nice crew this year, this festive cold winter blue polish is one of Santa's gifts to you. Lump of Coal by Loud Lacquer. Fun fact, this is actually the polish that inspired the making of this video. I think that the opposite of Celestial Shimmer is a lump of coal for my naughty friends, but honestly, this is like the best lump of coal that you can possibly get, in my opinion, because I will happily season my nails with this coal regardless of what side of the list I'm on. So here we have a clear base housing a very nice amount of black hex glitters in several different sizes, and we also get iridescent glitters that are gonna make our nice friends wish they had gotten into a little bit more trouble this year. Now, unlike Celestial Shimmer, this one should work nicely as a topper. Just remember to keep the glitter grabber nearby, regardless of how you're gonna use it, if you wanna get that nice and glassy end result. This Little Light of Mine by Glitter Sis Studio. Back to the nice list, and this time around we are gifting the nice folks this Little Light of Mine, which is part of a collection that was inspired by the 2025 movie Sinners. I think this is an excellent festive holiday pick, mainly because of the bright gold shimmer that is teaming up with holographic glitters that give off a linear hollow effect, which I'll show off soon. Now, my end result here is after 2 coats, and under normal lighting, this polish looks like a shimmery gold lacquer. If you know your finishes well, however, you may notice that the linear hollow is trying so hard to come through. So let's help it out with some strong direct lighting. And this right here is how this polish was meant to shine. Let's enjoy that linear rainbow effect against that golden canvas for a bit. While I'm not a big fan of linear hollow finishes, these shots right here just get me every time. That effect is just so cool to look at. Truly a magical gift for my nice friends. Scorchy by Cracked Polish. So including Scorchy as a gift for my naughty friends was kind of a no-brainer. Scorchy is a magnetic, and when magnetized, it really is reminiscent of lit coal. But let me break this down. We're starting off in the unmagnetized state, where that black tinted jelly base and fiery orange magnetic pigment mixed together to create this glowy look that reminds me of embers. Keep in mind that this polish is very sheer, so you'll need about 3 coats to get a nice level of coverage. And here's my result after those 3 coats, where the magnetic pigment is dominating, which is not very coal-like, right? But hover that magnet over it, and I don't know about you, but this looks quite scorchy and coal-ish to me. And if you look closely, you can see the scattering of really tiny black particles, which just add another layer to this smoky coal visual that I'm going after here. Now add a horseshoe magnet into the mix, and all of a sudden you get this really interesting visual effect that is a consequence of the play between the magnetic pigment and base colors. But that, my naughty friends, are the 3 different ways you can rock your gift of coal this Christmas. Frosted Halo by Zombie Claw. Frosted Halo is next up on my nice list. It is part of Zombie Claw's full Slay Ahead collection that recently dropped. So what we have here is a very sheer white base that is heavily flavored with a nice concoction of elements. We have linear hollow, hollow flakes, and hollow glitter, all things that the nice kids deserve. I don't know what kind of magic Zombie Claw discovered here, but this polish has a formula that is surprisingly smooth for the amount of elements that we have here. So much that I didn't even need glitter grabber. It is surprisingly even at the end result. And when you move under strong direct lighting, you reveal yet another layer of sparkle. It's just way more fun because those rainbow pops go wild, and that linear hollow travels smoothly across the entire nail as you move around. And this is yet another polish in today's sesh that can be used as a topper, but I would recommend one very light coat. Cranberry Mold by Cracked Polish. For my naughty people though, Santa and I partnered up to gift you our Thanksgiving leftovers, which we may have forgotten to put in the fridge. This is cranberry mold from Crack's Acquired Taste collection, and so sorry, but I couldn't resist gifting this to you, naughty folks. Starting from the ground up, what we have is a blush colored base that is quite translucent as I apply it, and within it are those flakies that shift between green, gold, and pink tones. Now the end result really does look like someone stuck their finger into some moldy cranberry sauce. And if we just so happen to move a little further away from the light, we see some shifts into blue and even purple tones at more extreme angles. So even though Santa and I might have run out of coal, I feel like we did a good job getting creative for the naughties here. TLDL, here are my nice and naughty polishes. I purposely skipped on showing a festive red just because I feel like red is to be expected for the holidays, so I traded the red for a festive winter blue, and overall, I am actually pleasantly surprised with my naughty polishes. I didn't think I would be able to come up with all of these coal-inspired polishes. It was actually harder to find the nice ones. So I hope you enjoyed this little Christmas-themed video. Thank you so much for tuning into my wee little channel. You are the best, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.